Welcome to the 1995 City Council Election Special, brought to you by the Wayne Community News Show. Our first candidate is Bob Dickerson.
4 years ago, at the age of 26, I became the youngest city councilman ever elected in the city of Wayne. On the personal note, my wife Tricia and I have 3 young children, 2 of whom attend Schweitzer Elementary School. We reside on Knoll Drive. She's a nurse at Annapolis Hospital, and I've been a police officer with Wayne County for the past 12 years. I'm currently attending night school at Eastern Michigan University. As a community service, I've been a Little League baseball coach in the Wayne Baseball Association. I'm currently a trustee on the Oakwood Hospital Foundation Board. I'm the City Council liaison to the city's Recreation Advisory Board. I've served on the Splash Committee. And my wife and I established a new charity organization in Wayne on behalf of our premature-born daughter, Bethany. I'm seeking re-election to the City Council because I believe in and support community service. I can also assure you that the progress implemented these past 4 years will continue, provided that quality and positive leaders continue to serve on the City Council. As I look back over my first term in office, there were many accomplishments. Many of our parks have been renovated, the opening and the programming of the Gowdy Park Amphitheater, the restructuring of the State Wayne Theater and Stage 4, thus generating revenues and providing quality family entertainment. We've had 2 quality neighborhoods added to the city, roads have been refurbished, over $400 million in new commercial development, including this year's Ford Motor Company development. Well, I could go on and on speaking of accomplishments, but since we're limited to 4 minutes, however, I do want to let you know about that the foundations have been set for future projects in the city, such as the new aquatic center, the senior citizen center, a curbside recycling program, and many, many others. Looking into the future, there are 2 areas that concern me: the problems involving our youths and our neighborhoods. The fact that Wayne has an image problem. The first concern, the youth in our neighborhoods, they can be addressed both proactively and reactively. On the proactive side, we must expand the positive activities, programs, and involvements of our youth. This year, I proposed a joint city-school district partnership to provide intramural sports at Franklin Middle School, thus providing our teens with quality alternatives in lieu of the gangs, graffiti, and other problem areas. The program, which was implemented this school year, if successful, may someday lead to the full restoration of competitive middle school sports and activities. On the reactive side, we must continue to provide tough and firm consequences for those who choose to cross the line. The recently adopted parental responsibility ordinance is a great attention getter. Who better to hold responsible for one's delinquent children than that child's parents? The tough curfew ordinances recently adopted will continue to be monitored and enforced, thus eliminating much of the youth-related nuisance-type activities which usually takes place after dark. Finally, my second concern I mentioned, the image problem, this is and will continue to haunt us unless we work together to neutralize it. We must continue to promote the qualities of our city and not just the negatives. Reporting criticisms is a great deal in identifying and solving problems. However, reporting positive efforts is just as important, because this will enable future home buyers and businesses to view both sides in determining whether to relocate in Wayne. I've spoken with realtors in the area and plan to utilize their expertise in redesigning a city promotional piece focusing on the positive things and happenings here in Wayne. As I stated earlier, we're limited to 4 minutes. So, in closing, I ask for your continued support in the upcoming election. I ask for one of your 4 votes. I will continue to be accessible and responsive to the needs of our community and continue my quest of developing Wayne into the area's best family city. Thank you, and God bless.
Our next candidate is Shirley Pauser.
Hello. I'm seeking a council seat to give the citizens an opportunity to have checks and balances, not a rubber stamp. Also to deal with the gang problem in the city of Wayne. Also to make sure the Veterans Memorial is never in an alley. As you know, I ran for a council seat 2 years ago. I came in 5th place, 44 votes short. Last year, when a council seat became vacant, the mayor and 3 council persons appointed a person who never showed any interest or put forth any effort to run for the council 2 years ago. Ask yourself, could it be that they knew that I would not be a rubber stamp? Now about the gang problems in the city. In the latest FBI crime report of neighboring communities, the city of Wayne is second to Inkster in burglaries and second to Inkster in aggravated assaults. There was a problem at a council meeting with about a dozen citizens that came in and said that somebody jumped out of a truck and fired a gun at their children as they played in the park. The city council sat there and said nothing. The city manager spoke. He said they were aware of the problem and the city was building a pool and a library. Does he think this is a panacea for the gun problem? We need strict and enforceable laws to combat this problem. I think we have to hire more police officers to patrol our streets. Did you know that today in 1995 there are less police officers patrolling our streets than there were 20 years ago? We need more officers to combat this problem. Why does the council pay contractors who come into the city to do work a prevailing wage, but keeps the wages of the employees who work in the city every day, providing public services to the citizens, below that of their peers in surrounding cities? If we were up to speed and paid the employees like they are paid in surrounding cities, then we would not be used as a training ground for other cities. We train them here and they go elsewhere to work. One of our citizens today, I seen her in City Hall, she was getting a petition for the citizens to sign so that the property in front of the parking garage could never be sold. If that property is ever sold, that memorial will be in an alley. I would like to have the citizens of Wayne, when they get this petition, to please sign it so that we can preserve that memorial for our veterans. In closing, I want to remind you to vote on November 7th. Thank you.
Our next candidate is Jim Netter.
As a candidate for the Wayne City Council, there's always questions, no matter how many times you run, about what issues are before the voters. And more importantly, what about the candidate? While living in Wayne for over 20 years, I have served on various boards and commissions. I've only missed 2 meetings while serving in the Citizen Advisory Council. This deals with housing and economic development. The other one was the Senior Citizen, the Commission on Aging. I'm very happy to be one of the founding officers and its first chairperson. And the Housing Commission. I work in experience housing every day. I'll be going to Maryland tomorrow to find out how much subsidy they're going to take away from senior citizens and people who need housing. But housing brings about some unique factors. It's a community within a community. In Wayne, one of the things that the Wayne police have been doing is trying to have a close relationship with citizens in all parts of the community. At one time, recently, there was a program that the city of Wayne considered but did not adopt. That's called community policing. I'd like to share something with you. Recently, I witnessed an accident. It wasn't a serious accident, but a man hit a woman. He got out of the car, he took a cup and he set it on the curb, and it contained what we believe to be alcohol. The kids ran and got the cup when the police got there and took the cup to the officer because the man had left the scene of the accident. That showed me that children really want to have a close relationship with the police officers. A new program called Community Policing brings about that type of opportunity. They hand out comic books, they do things, and it's the most effective tool used today to fight gangs. Children know more about the gangs in the neighborhood than any adult. And for that reason, we have to have a close relationship with the children, not only in the schools, but out in the streets. Also, We've had recently the development of the new library. I'm very pleased. I love to read. My children love to read, and I'm happy it's there. However, I am concerned about the land south of the library that is right next to the Veterans Memorial. If I'm elected to the City Council, I would be the only veteran who have served in the armed forces. I believe you need someone conscious of the need and the sympathies of the veterans. Had I been there, I would have brought that to the attention of the council. I need your support. I'm well qualified. I've served you for over 20 years in various organizations and committees. I look forward to seeing you November the 7th, 1995, Tuesday at the polls. The polls will be open from 7 to 8. Thank you very much, and I look forward to being your newest council member.
Our next candidate is Ken Warfield.
I appreciate this opportunity to talk to you. 4 years ago, Wayne citizens told me they wanted a viable downtown. They understood and were concerned because Michigan Avenue is the main artery of our downtown. They knew if this artery died, the branch arteries into the neighborhood would die. Then the heart of the community dies. We all have our life savings and in most cases our largest investments in our homes and buildings. We did not stand by and let our investments and property values diminish or reduce. Some of our successes we all can celebrate are the completion of Legacy Estates, Tanglewood Acres subdivision, Little Creek apartment. Phase 1 of Vinoy Medical Center has been completed. Phase 2 is about to break ground. Phase 3 is in the planning stage. Blockbuster and Bo Ricks shopping centers, 7-star party store. The wonderful expansion and renovation of the Wayne Industries. The opening of Theaters 3 and 4 of the State Wayne and the Stage 4. The opening of the Craig Waltz Quadroplex ball fields. The Gowdy Park Amphitheater. Thursdays are terrific in Wayne. Oakwood, Annapolis Medical Center, the expansion, and the new neonatal unit. The Grayberry Apartments, Phase 3 and Phase 4 have been completed. The outstanding Wimsat Lumber Building down in Van Born. The completion of Phase 3 and 4 of the Wayne 275 Commerce Park. The relocation from Northville Township of the Wayne Community Living Services into the Metro Place Center. The new Wayne Restaurant in the Metro Place Center. And the Ameritech office in the Metro Place Center. The opening of Albert's Furniture on Michigan Avenue. Our new Wayne Public Library in the final stages of completion. Our new Aquatic Center is due online about this time next year. The new Old Village Professional Center that's being constructed at Michigan Avenue, Wayne Road. $4 million of Ford Motor Company expansion at the new truck plant, the stamping plant. This will bring employment at Ford Motor to over 7,000 jobs, hundreds of Wayne people. I've served this community for over 31 years as a combat firefighter and fire chief, and now as your mayor. I know Wayne, and I know the people. My life's work has reflected a personal interest in the residents and commitment to helping them solve their problems. I truly believe that service to humanity is the best work of life. It's been said that I've done well for the city of Wayne and its citizens in the business community. Our community has turned around. Together we've stopped the deterioration of our downtown. With a total community team effort, we have been effective in turning this community around. Wayne has become a vibrant, thriving community for the 21st century. We're only 4 years away. Together, we're making it happen. I want to continue to serve you as your councilman. I have the skill, the knowledge, and the ability to get things accomplished, and I care about people and their problems. Now let's send the message loud and clear on November 7th, and again have the largest voter turnout in the history of this great city. I know and understand that what a person does for himself dies when he dies. What a person does for their community lives forever. Thank you, and God bless you.
Our next candidate is Donna McEachern. Good day, fellow Wayne residents. For the past 8 years, I have had the experience, pleasure, and privilege of serving as your Wayne councilwoman. For 19 years, I have been director of the Wayne Chamber of Commerce. Personally, I am very proud of our community of Wayne. I like living and working here. Is Wayne perfect? Of course not. There are areas of concern. Notably, our business district, which no longer represents the diversity it once did. We do have a dearth of available soft goods. However, we do have businesses, good viable ones in our community. We do have empty storefronts being filled. Ancient Treasures on the north end, Sanders Antiques Auction Gallery downtown. On the east end, the long vacant Firestone store is now occupied by All Doors, and of course Church's Lumberyard is now occupied by Rosanna Power Sports. We have new construction. The Seven Star Party store on the west end, or south end, the Vinoy Forest Medical Complex, and of course the new medical complex office building at Wayne Road and Michigan Avenue. There is still more to be done, and we do have to aggressively market our yet unrealized commercial opportunities. Through our DDA established in the early 80s, Wayne has been able to make some significant improvements, such as Gowdy Park, the amphitheater, the walkway along the river, the renovation and reopening of the State Wayne Theater, the construction of the library. These projects greatly improve our quality of life in our community. In the past 8 years, I've also found that unnecessary tensions between our business owners and government bureaucracy have eased, particularly due to the more realistic approach to site plan review and a willingness on government's part to listen and not lecture to the business community. This is for the benefit of all of us. Youth. We need to be even more proactive with our youth. The majority are not troublemakers. There are some out there, though, that are a definite problem for society. While I believe that parental control, supervision, and concern are the paramount determinants of children's attitudes, values, and behavior, society does have a supporting role to play. After-school programs need to be maintained and enlarged. More community volunteers are needed to serve on a one-to-one basis with these youth. Our youth assistance program needs to be maintained. The newly inaugurated police officer, parent, juvenile first-time offender program should provide a quick response and an acceptable alternative to illegal youthful activity. Fiscal responsibility. In order to provide and maintain the level of goods and services to you, the City of Wayne taxpayer, Wayne needs to be financially stable. Funding cutbacks from the state, federal mandates, and large construction projects place a strain on a city's finances. We need to be prudent in our fiscal management. As you know, I'm always willing to listen to your concerns. If I'm unable to provide the answer, I'll put you in contact with someone who can. I am your councilwoman. I wish to continue in that capacity for the next 4 years. There is much yet that needs accomplishing, and experienced supervision is still necessary. Please remember to vote on November 7th. Thank you. Our next candidate is Rick Powell.
Hi, my name is Rick Powell. I'm one of the candidates for the 2-year unexpired term, the seat that was vacated by our now state rep Tom Kelly. I feel I should be elected to the City of Wayne Council because of my enthusiasm, my beliefs, and my positive ideas. I bring a lot of hard work to the city. I've committed 13 years with the festival, 14 years with the Leonard Anderson tournament, which is also a city-run tournament. And I feel real strong and believe a lot in the City of Wayne. I also believe in keeping residents informed and being available for any concerns or issues that they may have. I may not always vote or agree on the ideas or the issues that you have, but at least you'll know when I do vote on something why I voted on that issue. I also believe in, and I'll be real committed to bringing retail business into the city. What I'd like to do is meet with the department heads and the council and even the residents and get some ideas on what are some of the things that they think that we could do to bring retail business into this city. I think we're on the right track in the city with the library, with the swimming pool, with the medical center that we've put up, Gowdy Park. We had the festival there this year, and I think we're heading in the right direction. And I just hate to see it backslide, if you will, and without keep moving forward. If anyone ever has any concerns and they'd like to sit down and talk with me, or any issues that they'd like to address, again, I have no problem with that. You can call my house or through the City Hall. Just contact City Hall and they'll give you my number, and I'm more than happy to sit down with any resident in the city. Again, I don't say here that I will vote or believe in the same issues that you believe in, but at least you'll know where I'm coming from. I'm one that, if I believe in something strongly enough, I believe in having an open mind and working hard to try to convince the council candidates on why that issue is so strong and why that we should look in that direction. And I've always felt that way. So I look for your support and your vote on November 7th. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Or if you see me on the street, stop me and say hi to me and ask me any questions. Again, thanks, and don't forget to vote on November 7th. Thanks a lot.
Our last candidate tonight is Pam Dobrovolsky.
Hello, I am running to retain my seat as a councilwoman of the Wayne City Council. The first item that I'd like to address tonight is my last name. Dobrovolsky is a long last name, and so the first part of it is Dobro, which is very simple. The middle is W-O-L. You pronounce the W like a V, which is Vol. The last part is Ski, which is self-explanatory, so it's Dobrovolsky. Pam Dobrovolsky, and that's who I am. 25 years ago, we moved to Wayne, and we moved to Biddle Street. We moved from a smaller house to a larger house, as we have 5 daughters. They all went to Wayne schools, and I got involved in many activities at Wayne High. I also am very active at St. Mary's. I was chairperson for the Friends of St. Mary's and their Summerfest for 3 years. This included the first rubber duck race in the city of Wayne, which went down the Rouge River. I was appointed to the Festival Commission in 1990, and in 1995 I was elected as chairman for the Wheelfest. I was then appointed to council and had to step down from the chairmanship, and so that's how I am now on the city council. My employment went from babysitting to real estate sales and on to office managing. I presently work for Edward McNamara, the Wayne County Executive, and through that I am a member of SEMCOG, the Wayne County Building Authority, and the Wayne County Transit Authority. The job title also includes the coordination of the Community Outreach Program, which keeps Mr. McNamara in touch with the 43 out-county communities. I am presently working with other council members in the city to bring new updated lighting to our downtown area. Veterans Plaza will be the first location that will be sporting these brand new lights. Youth assistance is very important at this time when there is so much unrest among our young people. This program is working on solutions for the troubled teens and their parents. I am working with the director of this program to help the parents and the kids. The vacant buildings are an issue, and that is being addressed. Rosa Carlucci's and Farmer Jack's will be filled in the not-too-distant future. The city is working very hard to remedy this situation, and I will keep a very close eye on that. So as you can see, I'm not one to sit back and watch. I'm a hands-on person, and I like to get involved in positive ventures. The city is moving forward, and being a part of that momentum is exciting. We have new construction such as the new library and the aquatic center. Our parks are getting a facelift with new signage, landscaping, and play equipment. Gowdy Park is being utilized year-round now with family-oriented festivals, concerts, Kids Day, and First Night. Wayne County has a Rouge River cleanup where there will possibly be canoeing down that river one of these days. The old library will find new life as a senior citizen center, a place that the seniors can call their very own. The city of Wayne is very unique. It is a small town living in the middle of a metropolis. The corner store is a gathering place where everybody solves the problems of the world. I enjoy the people of the city, and the Wayne has been very good to me. We have made our home here, raised our family here. We have been involved in the church and the schools and the neighborhoods and the politics of the city. I would like to continue my dedication and the service to Wayne in a governing capacity. I will listen to your concerns and your criticisms, and I will gladly accept your compliments, but I will always react.
On Tuesday, November 7th, there will be a city council election in Wayne, and at that time the registered voters will be visiting their polling places between the hours of 7 in the morning and 8 in the evening to elect individuals for positions on the city council. This year we have a change in one of our polling places. That polling place is Monroe School, and the school district last year determined to close Monroe School, and it is not used anymore for educational purposes and is closed. Therefore, it has become necessary for us to establish new polling places for those people that go there. Precinct 7 and 8 are the ones that have voted there, and now those people that live in Precinct 7 will be voting at Hoover School, which is on 4th Street, and those people that live in Precinct 8 are going to be voting at Roosevelt McGrath, which is on Courier Street. We have 3 other polling places in the city of Wayne. Those people who live in Precincts 1 and 2 vote at the Alumni Arena at Wayne Memorial High School. Those people who live in Precincts 4 and 5 vote at Taft Elementary. And now, of course, those people who live in 6 and 7 vote at Hoover, and those in 8 and 9 vote at Roosevelt. And, of course, City Hall is a polling place for those people who will be voting by absentee ballot, and those ballots can be brought in right up until 8 o'clock on November 7th.
Please remember to vote on November the 7th. The polls will open at 7 o'clock in the morning and close at 8 o'clock in the evening. If you're not sure where to vote, contact Wayne City Hall.